There is some huge news in the Rangers boardroom, and in today's video we will be breaking this down. Not only that, but we will also go over all of the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video, but first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Rangers content. Rangers manager Philippe Clement has confirmed that further squad additions are necessary as he continues to shape his team during the January transfer window. While pleased with the squad's current progress, Clement believes reinforcements are needed in key areas. Centre-back Rafael Fernandez has been the only arrival so far on loan. Rangers secured their place in the last 16 of the Europa League by defeating Union Saint-Gilloise at Ibrox and are still targeting a Scottish Cup win this season. They trail rivals Celtic by 10 points in the league, but will be desperate to have the firepower to reduce that gap between now and May. Speaking with Sky Sports about the club's approach to signings, Clement said, "I think it's necessary to make a next step with the squad in certain positions. We will see how far we will get because at the end it's the board who decides what money can be spent on that." Rangers have already seen departures in this window, with Matondo and Kieran Dowell moving on. Clement acknowledged that while more exits are possible, he does not anticipate a significant number of departures before Monday's transfer deadline. "I'm not expecting much more," he revealed. "It can be that still people leave, and Kieran and Matondo were not playing much and had good wages, contracts out of the past, not the same contracts that the club can give anymore to new players. So that's also one of the reasons that they could go and that they could be replaced by younger players or by new players who can step into the building. That's the way Rangers need to go for the moment." With the Glasgow Giants still competing on multiple fronts, Clement and the Rangers hierarchy face key decisions in the coming days as they look to balance their squad for the remainder of the campaign. In some huge news, John Gilligan has stepped down from the Rangers board for a second time following the transition of power to Fraser Thornton and Patrick Stewart. Documents filed at Companies House on January 31st confirm the termination of Gilligan's appointment as a director. It brings an end to Gilligan's stint on the top table following his return to the club in September last year. The former Tenant's managing director was asked to step in and assist at Ibrox following the departure of John Bennett due to health reasons. Gilligan was named as interim chairman and outlined his honour and privilege at assuming the role as he was tasked with steadying the ship and overseeing the search for the next chairman and new chief executive officer. RFC News revealed that Stewart would succeed James Bisgrove and assume day-to-day control at Ibrox. Thornton was subsequently named as chairman, and both men met the media for the first time last month to give their backing to boss Philippe Clement. Stewart arrived in Glasgow following a lengthy association with Manchester United, including a short tenure as interim CEO. Thornton has held a number of executive roles in his career and is currently interim chairman of Scottish Golf. "On behalf of the board, I'm delighted to welcome Fraser to the club as chair," Gilligan said as he described his tenure as a wonderful and emotional experience and handed over power of the top table in December. As a lifelong supporter and season ticket holder, he has a deep knowledge of the club, which together with a highly successful executive track record and an impressive range of non-executive experience makes him an excellent fit for this role. Gilligan was reappointed to the board at the annual general meeting in December as he received the support of shareholders and outlined significant changes to the way that Rangers will run at board and executive level going forward. Gilligan will now not be part of those plans after stepping away from the boardroom. The lifelong Rangers fan played an instrumental role in forcing regime change alongside Dave King and Paul Murray. The 10th anniversary of that momentous victory arrives in March, and Gilligan will mark the occasion in his favoured role as a supporter after once again answering the call of duty at Ibrox. What do you make of this? Let me know down below. Before we get into the next story, please make sure you drop a like on today's video and subscribe to the channel to join our fast-growing community. Thank you, let's get back into the video. In other news, Wolfsburg have no interest in recalling Rangers ace Václav Cerny this transfer window and have slapped a £6.75 million price tag on him because of 35,000 job cuts at German car giants Volkswagen. The Czech international again underlined his importance to the Ibrox side this week with the crucial second goal as Rangers beat Union Saint-Gilloise to reach the last 16 of the Europa League following a 2-1 win. Cerny has been a key player for Philippe Clement's side since signing from the Bundesliga side on a season-long loan in July. He still has 2.5 years left of his deal at Wolfsburg and admitted last month he wasn't sure if he had a future at the club. However, the decision appears to have been taken out of his hands because of financial problems at Wolfsburg. The club are owned and subsidized by Volkswagen, who have their headquarters in the Lower Saxony city. However, they recently announced plans to lay off around 35,000 of their workforce, a quarter of their entire total, to save an estimated estimated £3.5 billion over the next 5 years. Those cutbacks have filtered their way back to the football club, who will make severe cuts and trim their playing staff too. And reports in Germany have indicated Cerny will be up for sale for £6.75 million when he returns to Germany in the summer. Wolfsburg sports director Sebastian Schinzielor said, "We want to use resources more efficiently at VfL Wolfsburg. Our responsibility is to use the economic means we have sensibly, also in view of the situation at our parent company Volkswagen." Wolfsburg have already made cuts by axing their second-team bus and have stopped players and employees from automatically receiving a luxury Volkswagen Touareg car, which can cost up to £100,000. And Wolfsburg have reportedly decided to put their 3 loan players, Cerny, Swiss star Cedric Zesiger at Augsburg, and French star Nicolas Kozza at Nantes, up for sale on their return. Cerny, 27, has scored 13 goals for Rangers in 31 starts in all competitions this season so far. In other news, Barry Ferguson knows better than most what it takes to wear the captain's armband at Rangers, and he has never been one to shy away from strong opinions on his former club. In his latest assessment, the Ibrox legend has offered an intriguing perspective on current skipper James Tavernier, who has faced his fair share of criticism this season, and yet still remains a key figure in Philippe Clement's side. While Tavernier's attacking contributions from right-back have been a hallmark of his game since arriving from Wigan Athletic, in July 2015, Ferguson believes a shift to centre-back could be a serious option in the future, even if it's not a change that needs to happen just yet. Tavernier produced an excellent showing filling in at right centre-back as Rangers beat Union Saint-Gilloise on Thursday to progress to the last 16 of the Europa League. Ferguson acknowledges that moving Tavernier inside permanently would mean sacrificing his threat from wide areas, but he argues that the 33-year-old's passing range and set-piece prowess would still make him a valuable asset in the heart of defence. With Clement juggling his squad amid injuries, tactical flexibility will continue to prove pivotal in the weeks ahead, and Ferguson suggests that the luxury of avoiding the Europa League playoff rounds could provide much-needed time to refine his defensive setups, with John Souttar returning from his own 6-week setbacks. A special mention also has to go to James Tavernier, Ferguson wrote in his Daily Record column. "He's also had his critics this season, but I still believe he has so much to offer this team." The manager might have been joking about moving the skipper to centre-back permanently to extend his career, but it might end up being a serious option, just not yet. For me, there's still life left in him as a right-back, but I can see the sense in moving the captain into the middle. Okay, you'd lose that attacking threat he offers out wide, but as you saw at Old Trafford for Dessers' goal, he's still got that range of passing that is dangerous from any position on the pitch. And you'd always have his set-piece delivery to rely on, which he again displays while whipping over the cross for Raskin's opener. Clement might have to continue mixing things up over the next few weeks as he waits for bodies to return, but a major positive of skipping the playoff rounds is that Rangers now have 2 free midweeks they can't have been counting on next month. That will be crucial as Clement looks to tighten up on some issues, particularly around defending set pieces. What are your thoughts? Let me know.